Welcome to the Masculine Code Podcast. I'm your host, Jim Vance. I want to welcome you back today. I hope you guys are having an amazing close to the year. A good start to December, getting ready for the holidays. And as we move into 2025, we wanted to really dive into something that's been on my heart a lot lately. And it's the idea of living in radical honesty. The title of this podcast is Radical Honesty, the Key to Freedom. And see, guys, we have to start cutting through the fluff and get straight to it. I need you to hear what I'm going to say, and I want you to be able to digest it in the most easy way so that it will shift your life. Honesty isn't just something you do, it's something you are. We'll say that again. Honesty is not an action that you perform, it's an identity that you hold. The problem is most of us are living in lies. We lie to our wives, we lie to our kids, we lie to our teammates, we lie to our coworkers, we lie to our friends, we lie to our family. And most important, we lie to ourselves. We tell ourselves it's okay to stay in a job you hate because it pays the bills. You tell yourself that your marriage is fine when you're dying inside because you haven't had a real conversation or hot sex in years. You tell yourself that skipping the gym this one time doesn't matter. But when you look in the fucking mirror, you're like, God dang, I can't miss any days. Lying is easy. Honesty, that's the battlefield where freedom is won. Because lying doesn't require change. Truth requires change. And if you're not willing to live in truth, then you're never going to shift to what you want to do. See, there's a cost to living in these lies. There's a cost. Every time you lie, no matter how small you betray yourself, you create a gap between who you are and who you claim to be. Like, you know who the fuck you are, but you claim to be something else. You know what the fuck you're doing in the world, but you claim to be doing all this other shit. And the more you lie, the more you betray who you are in order to lay claim to something you aren't. To portray yourself in a vision that you think the world needs to see. In that gap, though, between who you are and what you're portraying is where the shame, guilt, and regret lives. You say you want to lead, but you're too scared to face your own reflection. How can you lead anyone where you can't even lead yourself? How? How can you lead anyone when you can't be truthful with yourself? Because the number one principle of leadership is honesty and truth. The truth is simple. You cannot live powerfully if you're living dishonestly. You cannot make shifts in your life if you're living dishonestly. You cannot transform your relationship if you're living dishonestly. You can't have a super successful business if you're living dishonestly. So today I really want to talk about kind of 3 frameworks of how do we live in radical honesty and what does that look like and what's the plan? Like, how do we get to where this idea of living in freedom exists? And the first thing is to face the facts. A lot of people tell you to face the truth. And what I've learned is when you say face the truth, most people are telling their truth. Like, there are 3 levels to this truth, right? There's the universal truth. What goes up must come down. Universal truth. The law of gravity, right? Then you have these learned truths. Right? The learned truth is, my mama said this was true, my daddy said this was true, therefore it's true for me. And then you have like these, I would say more spiritual truths that God lays into your soul. Most people, 99%, live from learned truth. And so when you ask them how they're moving and they ask them the truth about how they're moving, they tell you their truth. Is it really true? No, it's usually a story. It's usually some belief that they've created over time that they deem real for them. Is it true? No, because truth is true for everybody. And if it's not true for everybody, then it's not true for you. So I always say face the facts, because facts aren't objective. Aren't subjective, right? They're just subjective. They are, here's what's going on. I can look at the data, the facts of my life, and say, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. So you have to face the facts of your life. Stop telling yourself stories. Look at your life objectively. Are you truly showing up in your marriage? Like, to the level that you want your marriage to feel for you. Do you pour in as much as you want to receive? Are you honoring your commitment to your health? Are you fucking working out, eating right, not drinking, not doing drugs, taking care of yourself, actually using your health as a gateway to your wealth? It's an honest question. And most men can't answer honestly because they're telling themselves stories. But if you look at the facts, like, just get in the fucking mirror. Go walk around the block. Walk up the stairs and see how fucking out of breath your ass is. Facts. Are you doing work that sets your soul on fire, or are you just surviving every day? Like, are you just in a job in order to pay for rent and pay for mortgage and pay for this bill and that bill, and you fucking hate your life and your existence every day, and you call that living? Or are you calling that shit your purpose? See, the facts of your life don't lie to you because they just can't be argued. When I tell you a fact of what's going on, has nothing to do with your learned truth or my learned truth, my perspective versus your perspective. It's just black and white data. Shit is showing up in your life because shit is going on inside of you. Your body looks the way it does because you're not doing shit about your body. Your relationship fucking sucks because you aren't pouring in health into your relationship. You haven't been fucked in 3 months because you are showing up unfuckable. Like, these are facts. There's no truth to it. It's just facts. And when you start looking at facts, then you can get real honest. You can get real honest with yourself. You get real honest with the people around you. You can just get real honest in general because the facts show you the real. The real about you, the real about life, the real about what's going on in your world. But if you don't fucking face the facts, then you cannot have what you desire in your life. Facts don't lie. Feelings, they can be manipulated. The facts, they're pretty clear as day, right? Your stories, they can be manipulated. Your truths, they are a range of truths that go on in your world that you consider truth. But you got to have facts. So we always say face the facts or state the facts. State the facts. And then the second one, speak the truth. This is where it gets real and raw. So I'm not talking about speak your learned truths. I'm talking about speak the truths about your fucking life. You got to start telling the truth to the people around you. That means you have to start owning your mistakes with your wife. I know I haven't been present and it hurts us. I know I fucking work a lot and it takes time away from us. I know I get angry a lot and I'm sorry about that. Like, you gotta fucking own your shit. Own your truth and start telling people the truth. You might have to tell your boss, this job isn't aligned with my purpose. Like, this job doesn't set me on fire. Like, what I'm doing here fucking sucks. That's truth. I've been lazy with my body. And that ends today. Like, literally, I've been lazy. I've been lazy. I can be honest with you. I've been lazy working out the last month and a half. I've probably been, in the last 8 weeks, I've probably been to the gym 10 times. And for me, that's not good, because that's usually, in 8 weeks, that's usually 40 times. So I've been lazy with my body. I've been lazy with my efforts in that. Same way I was lazy in my business in the beginning of this year. Like, I didn't show up, I didn't sell, I didn't promote. I did content, but I was doing content as a way to hide, so I didn't have to work in my business. So I had to be honest with myself. I had to be honest with my wife. I had to be honest, in period. You got to start speaking the truth about the facts, because the truth is what sets you free. The truth is heavy, but it's weight that builds your strength. Because once you start owning your truth, you start living in the truth, you start talking about the truth, guess what? Nobody can use that shit against you. Nobody can fucking point out something you don't fucking know about you. You just have to be a fucking scientist at yourself and realizing what the fuck is going on in your life, and stop turning a blind eye to all your bullshit. Stop turning a blind eye to all the things that don't fucking that you're trying to make everybody else fucking happy in your world. Stop turning a blind eye to you. Stop putting your ass on the back burner. Put yourself at the forefront, at the top of the totem pole. If this motherfucker's not taken care of, there ain't no motherfucker gonna be taken care of underneath me. If I'm not good, I can't help anybody else be good. If I'm not taking care of my mind, my soul, my body, my relationship, my bank account, then motherfucker, I can't help anybody else. I can't lead a soul unless I lead myself. You got to be fucking real with self. When you start to speak the truth about you, you start to realize, I am the motherfucker that is responsible for this truth. I am that motherfucker. And when I take on that level of leadership, then I can make some level of motherfucking change. But until I take on that level of leadership, guess what? I will never shift into the place I want to be. Because I will always, always, always revert back to my bullshit stories that keep me comfortable, that keep me dishonest, that keep me playing small. And if you want to play big in this lifetime, if you want to fucking shine your light across the world and make an impact that can be felt for generations upon generations, then motherfucker, you got to show the fuck up in truth every damn day. Period. In the story. The third thing is you have to commit to alignment. See, I think about alignment in 3 ways. Like, I think about alignment in thoughts, feelings, and actions. Thoughts, feelings, and actions. Honesty is just about admitting where you've fallen short. Then it's about taking action to fix it, right? If your actions don't match your words mean nothing. And when I think about alignment, you have to commit to alignment. That means you have to commit. Your thoughts, feelings, and actions need to be moving in the same fucking direction. I can't think I'm a piece of shit and then tell the world I'm gold. That shit don't work. I can't think I'm a great husband and then show up like a dickhead to my wife. I can't think I'm a good dad but never give my children any fucking time. I can't think I have a 6-pack when I look in the mirror and I'm drinking a beer and my belly's sticking out over my pants. Fuck that shit. I need to be in alignment. If I say I am this, then my thoughts, my feelings, and my motherfucking actions need to be moving in that direction every goddamn day. If they're not, then guess what, my brother? You are not living in alignment. You're not living in honesty. You're not living by the facts. You're living in your bullshit stories that you're trying to convince everybody of so you fucking feel good about being the shithead, weak man that you are being. And that's just not who the fuck we are anymore. Honesty is you committing to alignment within self so that you live aligned with your soul and not your motherfucking ego. Because your ego just wants to be right. Your ego just wants you to make you feel good. Your soul wants you to fucking live in alignment with your power, with your gifts, with your purpose, with your passions. Alignment between your truth and your actions is what creates integrity, and integrity is where your power lies. So whatever your truth is, then your actions have to match it. Your thoughts, feelings, and actions. The freedom of honesty and the freedom of truth is something that you can never imagine. The real beauty of honesty, it sets you free. Free from the weight of pretending. Free from the shame of hiding. Free to be the man you were born to be. When you live in radical honesty, you unlock a level of clarity and confidence that most men will never experience. Your wife will respect you more. Your kids will look up to you. Your team will follow you with conviction. But most importantly, when you look in the motherfucking mirror, you will love the man that you see. Because you know that man is showing up in honesty every day to live in accordance with his soul and not his ego. When you respect yourself, when you love yourself, when you trust yourself, you become unstoppable in the world. My brothers, I hope you're having an amazing fucking week. I hope you take this podcast and apply it to your life. Take those 3 principles. Number 1, face the facts. Number 2, speak the truths. And then number 3, commit to alignment within self. Your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Guys, I hope y'all have an amazing day. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you want to check me out on the links I put in the show notes. I promise you'll find things that you love. I can't wait to have you join my community and follow along, and hope to see you rise in the future.